What is going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here with another video, and unfortunately my Mustang is broken down again. Yes, Ford found on road dead, but we're going to be talking about an issue that is unfortunately pretty common with these 4.6 Mustangs, and I'm also going to let you hear the clip of the engine running and tell you what I heard that led me to this conclusion and show you the aftermath of the issue. So let's play that clip real quick. Now we're under the hood of the car, and from the video that y'all just watched, you could hear the engine ticking pretty good at idle, but the second you give it gas, that tick goes away. I was not real sure what it was, because at first I was thinking it was about to blow a spark plug because it sounded like it was leaking compression. But then again, the second you give it gas and you get the RPMs up and higher cylinder pressures, the noise would go away. So to me, it did not make sense that it was about to blow a spark plug. So I actually drove it for 3 or 4 days to work like that. I mean, you could do 6,000 RPM rips and it'd run like a top, but you get down to idle and it ticked like that. So what did I do? I got in here with some brake cleaner and I started spraying, seeing if maybe it was an intake leak or something, but even that didn't make sense. And when I got right here to cylinder 2, I would spray down there and the noise would go away at idle. And so I pulled the injector and the coil, which you see it's kind of tight in there right now. And whenever I did that, I noticed the spark plug was loose. But it wasn't just loose. Let me show it to y'all. It's kind of crazy. So the first thing I did was I put my snake with the camera down the spark plug hole to see if the threads still looked good. Which you'll notice it still has threads, but they're too far down in the cylinder. I had to actually put the plug back in to try to tighten up on the threads and start the engine to blow it out, because this is what came out. A spark plug with a helicoil. So this cylinder 2, has actually been repaired before. The threads look so bad because I had to use a plier on these to get them off the plug, unfortunately, and an impact. So that's why it looks kind of boogered on the outside. But the reason it was leaking compression, from what I understand, is the helicoil had actually made its way further down into the engine somehow. And the spark plug was sitting like this. So at idle, it would fall down into the cylinder and it would leak compression through it. Then when you had load on the engine, it would shoot the spark plug up a little bit and you would not leak any compression. Now you can drive this car to the repair shop like this. You unplug the injector. You're running on 7, so it sounds really bad. It's misfiring, of course, but you can drive it to the repair shop. I'm gonna kill that real quick. But basically, this car, before I owned it, back when my brother had it, it blew out spark plug number 7 and he had to get it repaired. And now it blew out spark plug number 2, which has been repaired in the past, but now it has to be re-repaired. It's usually a $200 to $300 repair, about 2 to 3 hours by a good shop. And so it's not incredibly expensive, but it gets annoying. My old 2000 Mustang GT also had this issue. When my friend owned it, it blew a spark plug out, and I helped him on the side of the road and actually threaded the spark plug back in, and that lasted about 3,000 or 4,000 miles. Then it took the threads with it the next time, same cylinder. And my old 01 GT had a Crown Vic engine, and I never had that issue, but I think it was a later Crown Vic engine, because in 04 and up, the 2-valve engines got 8 threads per cylinder for the spark plug hole. The 03 and older have 4 threads, literally 4 threads holding that spark plug in. Who knows why they did it that way. My 04 Mustang GT, my old 5-speed car, it never had this issue. But again, it had the 8-thread cylinder heads. So every 4.62 valve I've had with the 4-thread heads has blown a spark plug once or twice. It's unfortunate, but it's one of the things with these cars. Now, one thing you can do that might prevent a spark plug blowout is torque the spark plugs to exactly Ford specs. 11 to 13 foot-pounds is what they recommend. Some people on the forums claim they go up to 20 to 25 foot-pounds on these spark plugs, but that's really iffy to me. With only 4 threads holding the spark plug in, I would want to do exactly what Ford says at 11 to 13 foot-pounds, and apparently people that do that do not have issues. So I imagine most spark plug blowouts happen because people, these cars have higher mileage. People have changed spark plugs. Either they way over tighten them or maybe they under tighten them. So follow Ford's torque specs and you'll probably be okay, which I've never changed plugs in this car personally. And I don't like changing plugs in these cars because they scare me, these 4.6s. Basically, if you hear compression leaking in your engine bay, you're probably about to blow a spark plug. So that is the moral of this story. It's unfortunate and a pretty common 4.6 occurrence, but it is not that expensive to fix. It's just an annoyance. Thank y'all for watching this video.